Hello, hello. Ooh, I'm sitting on my walking pad. Anyways, hi. So I'm going to start a new series here on my channel about kind of unhating my life. I was talking to my therapist like 2 weeks ago and I was like, I've decided that I'm sick of my life, and it's mostly because I've been recovering from a pretty severe concussion for like the past year, and a lot of my goals and stuff I've kind of put on the back burner. So I don't know what the formal name for this series is going to be, but I'm definitely going to call it like something along the lines of like getting my life back on track or building happy, healthy habits. But I have a goal of being in a healthy and wealthier place before I immigrate, because I would like to move overseas for a while. So I started off by creating this like little habit tracker. And I think eventually I'll move this to a Notion board, but I've never been the best at Notion and I wanted to just go ahead and get this started. So not only did I write the habits that I wanted to actually engage in, but I also wrote out ways to make these goals happen. So starting off, the first like the first 5 actually are all like health related. So the first one is going to be like PT for my eyes and my neck. I have been putting this off because I started a new migraine medication. It's making me feel sick. So I put out like exactly what I need. Like I need to go get all my PT supplies out of my car, and then I need to have the reminders set up on my phone, which I already do. The next one is hitting 5,000 steps, which I just went on a 15-minute walk. So I made it to hit 5,000 steps. I'm gonna go on 15-minute walks on meetings. Last week I was doing 10-minute walks on meetings. So I'm gonna increase it to 15, and then if I have no meetings that day, I'm still gonna prioritize doing 15 minutes on my walking pad at work, as well as continuing to walk my cat so he can get his steps in too. And then my step goal is 5,000 right now, and then hopefully I can increase that from there. My next one is just about building awareness. So I'm gonna start logging my meals this month. And then once I feel as though I understand maybe what's going well or not well with my meals, I might make a more specific plan there. And then finally, I want to take 1 class a week through ClassPass. And how I'm going to hold myself accountable to that is I've created a larger lunch block so I could do it on my lunch break, as well as I've been inviting friends to classes. So I actually have a class booked with a friend tomorrow. So my work week starts on Sunday. So that's all of it for my health side of things. And then right now for wealth, this is going to be the hardest area for me because I've never been particularly savvy in this area or really done a budget. So my husband set up YNAB for us. And so I'm gonna go in and actually check YNAB every day, and I need to add a reminder to do that onto my calendar, as well as I'm going to have like a weekly meeting with one of my friends to check in on more sustainable forms of income for moving abroad. So there's obviously like the 1099 digital nomad visas are really popular, as well as continuing to apply for jobs overseas. And for right now, my goal for this month is to apply to all the contract jobs similar to what I do now. That way I have the opportunity to kind of expand in that 1099 space, and in the meantime continue as well to work my full-time job and my other part-time job. So that's it for financial. And then for the actual moving abroad, I'm going to use my language app again once a week. I have to add a reminder for that on my calendar. That's how I'm gonna make that happen. And then I want to add research back into my week. I was doing this monthly, but I think it needs to be kind of bumped up to weekly. So that's my goal right now. And then as time goes on, there's going to be different things I want to add on to this. But I've noticed a lot of what I need to do kind of right now is a lot of health related stuff. And I need to also begin to kind of learn a little bit more about finance. So I've already am at 900 steps and it's 11 a.m. So let's see if I can, find some more time to get my step goals in. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to... Why did I have called my friend to do the 1099 stuff? I think I'm going to add the check YNAB and a weekly reminder for my language app as well. That way I remember to do that. I'm going to turn the meal logging reminders back onto my food app. So I will see you guys throughout the week and we'll see how this goes.
Hello, day 1 update. So I just finished my work day and then I immediately had to call my other job, so I did that too. My steps are right at the halfway mark. I'm like just under 2,500. I think I'm at like 2,100. And then before I was in between calls, I went and checked YNAB, which is my budgeting app. And then I also had a meeting with my friend where I outlined all of the 1099 jobs I wanted to apply to. And I applied to the one that I already had on my list from Reddit. So, Reddit, I know. So yeah, that's good. It sounds like mostly what I have left to do today is, there's 2 weekly things in here I'm not going to really worry about, I think. But I have to keep logging my meals, which I can't cross off to the end of the day, hit my 5,000 steps. And then once it stops raining, I'm gonna go get all my PT supplies out of my car and set that up. And I already added in a weekly reminder for some things as well. So all my reminders should be set now too. So yay!
Okay, perfect. So we're on to day 2 of trying to, you know, build these happy, healthy habits to regain our life. I promise I'll come up with the name of this by the end of this. And yesterday was the first day. I think we did pretty good. So recapping on yesterday first, I did my IPT except for the part I couldn't do because I didn't realize there needed to be daylight for me to do something. And I went to my neck PT and realized I don't have the instructions anymore. So I messaged my PT and asked him to send that to me. I did get exactly 5,100 steps yesterday, so we did that. I logged all my meals. For my weekly stuff, I didn't do any of my Spain research or any of my like overseas research for like my weekly language learning or my research, but I did do my weekly stuff career-wise for the 1099 jobs I wanted to apply to this month. I applied to one yesterday. So I did that for the week, and also met with my friend and talked about a couple different options and things that we want to look into next. And then I also logged all my meals and checked YNAB. So this morning already too, I've already checked YNAB. So that's done, and then I can put a dot. Okay. Yeah, so I think even if I do like one weekly thing every other day, like I'm going to my class tonight. So that'll be my weekly one class that I want to do exercise wise. So I think we're on to a good pace. We'll see if my PT messages me back for my neck. If not, like, I guess that just kind of is what it is. I can't like do PT. I don't know what to do the instructions without. So that is what it is. But yesterday it was hard getting to 5,000 steps. I don't even know if it's just because I've been doing a lot of training at work. So I've been listening to a lot more meetings, and now I have to kind of fit it in a different way. Like I was watching Modern Family with my husband last night. Like every other episode, I'd hop on the walking pad for 15 minutes. Because any longer than that, my head starts to hurt. So I've been trying to just do little 15-minute increments here and there, like I am now. But overall, like day 1 wasn't too bad. I did feel like it took some concerted effort, but like meal logging was super simple. And I even stepped on the scale, and like same thing, like most of it didn't seem too bad. I just kind of have to set myself up for success. So I'll do the class tonight as one of my weekly things. And then the other things I'll love to do are my weekly Busuu, which is my language learning app, and then researching some stuff. Where my in-laws are from, I think there might be like a visa path. So I want to do that research for my spouse and his sister and see what that kind of looks like. So thanks for coming along this journey with us. But that's the recap of day 1. Now we're on day 2, and I'm already at 944 steps, and it's only 10:30. So we're getting there slowly but surely. And I haven't done any of my PT or anything like that. I actually need to start logging my meals. But I already did check my finance app this morning, so I'm on a good track to kind of check that every day and reconcile some things as well in there. And then me and my husband did set kind of the 2 areas that we realized we're spending the most in, groceries and eating out. We decreased our budget for those this month, that way we can kind of gradually get that down. I am not an all or nothing person. I'm a gradual person, so that works way better for me. So that's what we're doing for today. And we're on the walking pad right now, so hopefully we'll get these steps in sooner rather than later, because I was getting my last couple steps in like while I was feeding my cat before I went to bed. So fingers crossed this works better today. And I already had my morning call, and then I'll do my W2 job for the rest of the day. So I will see you guys soon. So it's the end of the day, so part of my face might be a little green tinted. I just put on my moisturizer. I thought I'd go through and check off all my boxes for the end of day 2 or Monday. So IPT, I'm going to put a circle on IPT. IPT, I'm going to put a check mark on. Neck PT, I'm going to put a circle on because I still don't have the PT summary of my exercises, so I don't know what to do. I did walk 5,000 steps. I did log all my meals. I did do my one class this week, which is a weekly goal, so I'm done with that one for the rest of the week. And then I did already check off YNAB, and then I didn't do my 2 weeklies for moving abroad research. I didn't do Busuu, which is my language app, or research. So it's so exciting. I hope they get back to me with my neck PT stuff too. But today the 5,000 steps came a lot easier. I also did a 10-minute study, and I didn't realize how many steps that would use up. And I also like prioritized getting a lot of steps at the beginning of the day with like different walks and stuff when I had breaks, so that was super helpful. And I did my yoga class too, which was so fun. It was nice to do it with a friend, and we got like munchies afterwards too, which is always lovely. And then I did my IPT and kind of 2 parts today, which actually worked out pretty well, so I might kind of make that the routine from now on too. So day 2 going strong. And let's see, is it midnight yet? So I ended it with 5,400 steps. So I almost ended it with
300 more than yesterday, so I'll take it.
Hi guys, so it's Wednesday, it's 9:40. Let's see where we're at, because we've got like maybe like an hour until we would like to be asleep. So let's see what we've done and haven't done today. Okay, I have logged on my meals, and I promise there'll be more actual vlog clips hopefully in the rest of this video, but we are deep in hurricane prep right now, just like for real. So okay, so I actually reached out to my sister-in-law and I was gonna say my brother-in-law, my husband, creepy, and we were talking about some of like the weekly research stuff for moving abroad. We kind of learned about like something we might qualify for that we've been told about but that no longer exists, but now like the new option that exists. Long story short, we already started some research on that, so I can cross that off the list for the whole week, which is good, because at least if I do a little bit each week, I feel like I'll actually get to the goal. So the only weekly thing I have left to do is to do my language lessons, which is killer. And then I heard back from my neck PT, who's basically like, don't do those exercises. I'll show you next time I see you, but we don't have an appointment booked. So I think I'm going to spend some time tomorrow setting that stuff up so I can actually do it, because I feel like I vaguely remember what he wanted me to do. He just didn't send me the instructions, and I don't want to not do it, especially because it takes a while to get an appointment with him. So right now I'm at 3,600 steps. So we're 1,400 steps short. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a day of Stardew Valley and then maybe do a 10-minute tidy, or do 10-minute tidy, then play a day of Stardew Valley, and then hop on. I've just been like headachy and migrainey and miserable the last 2 days because of this like hurricane and pressure change, so no excuses. That sounds toxic. I don't love that. I'm gonna make an honest effort to get to 5,000 steps, but today might not be the day that I achieve that, considering we're not even at 4,000 and I'm supposed to be asleep in like an hour. We'll see how it is. And if I walk for longer than a 15-minute increment, I start to get a headache, so I have to like take breaks. So concussion recovery is so fun, guys. So I will do that, and then I'm thinking about intentionally taking a rest day for my IPT today just because I've had so many headaches. So I might actually mark that as checked off for today. That might be controversial for some of you, but I'm intentionally not doing it versus just forgetting to do it. So let's see if in the hour before I want to be in my bed, let's say I'm close to be in bed before 11 and it's 9:42, how close to our steps we can get, because that's basically what we have left. So I'm gonna go do a 10-minute tidy and hopefully that'll increase my steps. Okay, so I just did my 10-minute tidy, and then I literally immediately edited the video on the treadmill because I'm literally on the treadmill. I literally immediately edited on the treadmill because I was like, oh, I can get my steps in, and it's Wednesday, and on Wednesdays I have unlimited social media time on TikTok, so I can edit all my videos that I've made over the past week. So I think last I checked I was only at 3,800 steps. Let's find out. Yeah, 3,885 steps. So, and I'm supposed to be asleep soon. And if you know me, you know sleep is the most important thing on the planet. So, y'all, we might not make this today, but we're gonna go do a quick little seated break here in a second, and then see if we can get to at least 4,000. That'd be clutch, but we'll see what I can manage. I'm back on my walking pad. Let's see. I have 4,755 steps, so, and I did all my bedtime stuff except for all this, so I'm probably gonna walk on this until 15 minutes, maybe not, we'll see, but I think I'm on a good track to hit the 5,000 steps before I go to bed tonight, which was surprising because we were not in a hopeful place earlier, but it really made me realize that like tomorrow was the day that I didn't prioritize any steps really during work, and it made me realize that like tomorrow I definitely need to prioritize walks during my work day, like especially before the 12 o'clock mark. So I'm trying to figure out like where in my day there's gonna be a good fit for that, because tomorrow I know I have one meeting that I can walk on, so I'll at least get like my 15-minute walk in on that meeting. And then I think besides that, I don't know, maybe I'll try to get one in like one of the breaks, we'll see. But yeah, so today was a good day though. My headaches are headaching, but that's my life. I'm just glad that I'm kind of sticking to this and like I actually started stepping on the scale a little bit too to kind of get a sense like biometric wise, and the scale that I have measures like body and muscle fat percentage, so that would be cool to see. But now I'm just rambling, but I should be able to get all my steps in by today. I've done everything else. I've checked my finance app. I've done everything. The only thing I haven't done yet this week that's on my weekly list is to do my weekly language. All my other weekly stuff is done too, and it's only Wednesday, which is exciting. Tomorrow I work Sunday to Thursday, so tomorrow is the end of my work week too. I think I have some calls on my second job on Friday, but that's okay. And tomorrow the hurricane hits Florida too, so we'll see how that is. Hopefully we can get some steps in. I do feel very chained to this like walking pad situation, but also like I don't like going out in storms for obvious reasons. I usually go out with my cat, and I feel like this is not ideal like walking with your cat weather. So I don't know, let's see how many steps we've gotten as I've been talking to the camera. Okay, 4,789, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go do one more practice quiz on my phone while I walk, and hopefully tomorrow, yeah, we can do the weekly language or something so we can get all the weekly stuff out the way. So see you tomorrow. Hello. So it is Thursday. It is also my last work day technically. I think I do have some work to do tomorrow, but I am determined today because it is only 8:45 in the morning. I just had my first call cancel at work, so I was like, perfect, I'm gonna get on the walking pad and start this day off a little bit stronger than yesterday, because I feel like I've done a great job of like getting my steps in like at the end of the day, but like I can't say that's really where I'm gonna thrive getting most of my steps. I'm a morning person in the sense of like I do all the boring stuff in the morning, so that like in the afternoon I can be like creative and flowy and wishy and washy and all that fun stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm able to get my steps in the morning, and then I think that'll be helpful. But I also, because I have my work day, so I have to do a lot of my video visits in the morning, so then it would make it challenging to do my steps then. So here nor there, I had a cancellation. I'm gonna get on the walking pad, and then I have one meeting today. I mentioned yesterday, so I'll walk the first 15 minutes of that meeting, because that's one of the like rules or like guidelines I have to help me get in my steps, is that I always walk the first 15 minutes of the meetings. Last month I did the first 10 minutes, so like I think I'm just gonna gradually increase it until I get to 30 minutes, because most meetings are about 30 minutes. So I think that'll be realistic. So yeah, and then let's see what else is on my radar today. I feel like if I did my one language today, I'd be set. I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna prioritize trying to reset up the stuff for neck PT. That way I can start working on that. And then what I'll probably do for neck PTs, because there's like 7 exercises, I'll probably break them into 2 parts, like one that I do one day, one that I do the other day, because I'm supposed to do all the exercises every other day. So if I like break them into smaller pieces and just kind of do day A, day B, I think I'm more likely to do it. I did that before when my old IPT was taking up like a substantial amount of my day. So yeah, and I think, I promise I'm not usually this wobbly on this thing. I think that'll make a lot of sense. And then, yeah, and I'm still in the hurricane right now, so I'm not leaving my house or doing anything. So I got nothing but time to just kind of go in and work on these things and take care of myself. So I will see you all soon. I'm gonna go ahead and get some work done.
Hello, I just woke up from a fatty patati nap. It's 7:30, just about in 3 minutes it'll be 7:30. I have a client call in 5 minutes at my second job, and then let's see, I am just under 3,000, no, I'm just over 3,400 steps. So I feel like our goal today of not bum rushing all the steps to the last hour of the day has been going a lot better. I am going over to someone's house after this though, so I am wary of getting my steps, and I've done almost all of my PT for my eyes today. I just have one more exercise I have to do after this call. Never mind, I literally just opened my calendar and this person canceled, so I've got nothing but time now. So I'm gonna go ahead then and get ready to go to my friend's house and see how I get some steps. She's got dogs and a baby, so I feel like it's easy to get steps there. Let me just go do this last PT exercise and I'll be good to go. Hello. Oh, Amethyst is in there. Okay. I literally just got back from my friend's house and I was spot on. I have 6,500 steps just from walking around with our baby, so shout out to the baby.
And then let's see how much we did today, because I'm pretty sure I've hit all my targets, but I also haven't opened my tracker yet today. And I don't know why you're just not going to see my face much for this clip, but it's not. Okay, we did our IPT before we went. We're way over our 5,000 steps. We logged all of our meals. I did check YNAB. The only thing I haven't done yet this week is my language lessons, so that's probably going to be the last thing I do on Saturday, just because tomorrow I have a session with my IPT lady, and that always gives me really bad headaches. So I'm just going to plan for that to be more chill and restful tomorrow. So yeah, if you need to get your steps, I guess go hold your friend's baby that likes to be like rocked and carried around, because thrive in here. So I'm just going to reflect a little bit while I finish my skincare too, because like I feel like this first week has like flown by, and that this actually hasn't been super challenging, but it has required me to like think a little and be like, oh, how do I actually get 5,000 steps? Like, you can't just like expect it to happen. You kind of have to like change your routine. And I think I was very lucky where like I was thinking about a lot of this for a while. So a lot of like little things, like the budgeting app was already set up, and like stuff like that. So I was very gifted to where like some of this stuff was kind of already in the woodworks. So I definitely don't want to discredit that, like make this seem like it was just like super simple. It definitely wasn't super simple. Like a lot of this has been kind of in the foreground for a while, but like writing it out and like really prioritizing it and setting this goal for myself, like I love it so much. And it made me think a lot about like next week, and like I really think I'm going to stick with just 5,000 steps for now, because your girl is like not hitting it easily. I'm usually hitting it like in the last like couple of hours before I go to bed. So hopefully this will help a lot with that too. And then as well, like going forward, I feel like I've learned that I need to kind of prioritize more stuff in the morning, because just like not complaining, but like the way that my the way that my headaches work is like they tend to come on the onset in the afternoon. So like I do kind of have to prioritize like doing the things that might trigger a headache in the morning. And like I feel like I haven't been doing my IPT in the morning, and I haven't been walking as much in the morning. So I'm gonna keep thinking about that over this weekend, and then see like next week if like maybe I should do my IPT like in my first work block break. But I usually eat in that break, so I don't want to necessarily like get rid of food. That's not a vibe. And I also learned a lot like meal logging this week too, and like I've kind of decided that I'm not really going to make any changes yet. I'm just kind of looking at things and processing all the data, but like I've definitely learned a lot of stuff there, and like I feel like I'm going to continue to work on that. I should probably mention too, like I'm a health coach for people with diabetes, as well as I do like work-life balance coaching at another role of mine as well. So like I help people with habit change all the time, but I've just been in such a funk since like I hit my head, and then like before that I was in a really stressful job role, and I feel like I wasn't giving myself, I don't know, like the space to take care of myself. But now I feel like I'm completely delulu. Like I'm convinced if I get on a work meeting without being on my walking pad, that's like unprofessional, because like, oh, I work in the health and wellness industry, like I should represent it. And like I've really done like a good job of like changing my own like mindset about some things, and like I've been working on a lot of these goals for a while, but they've been like interrupted through hitting my head and all this other fun stuff. So I don't know, I feel like I really set myself up for success here. I don't know if you saw that bug. And I've also really been able to like see the positive effects and stuff like that, just in ways I never imagined before. So it's really cool, it's really exciting, and I really hope that like other people watching this video are really motivated. This definitely feels like an outro, but I think it's just because it's my last day of work today. So I know that like the next couple of days are going to be a little bit more chill. I'm going to see a movie tomorrow, which is super exciting, not really related to any of this, but yeah, so I'm excited to see kind of how this all translates over the weekend, now that I don't have like work stuff to worry about. So see y'all then. Hello, it is Saturday. We missed all of Friday on the vlog, but I did get 5,000 steps. I did do all the stuff I was supposed to do. I have friends that are supposed to come over soon. It is Saturday now, and so I'm going to, I cleaned a little, my feet are on fire and I don't really feel like cleaning anymore, so I'm gonna do my language lessons really quick before they get here, and hope that that helps, because that's the last weekly thing I need to do. So, and we're already at, I can never tell how many steps we're at, 400 steps. We haven't been awake that long, so let's do the thing. Love you guys. Hello, so here is my outro for this vlog. It is the next day. I definitely lost track of time on Saturday, but I feel like that's very on brand for the weekends. They're slightly more challenging to get your habits in. I don't think that they're impossible by any stretch of the imagination. I just think sometimes you have to evaluate like your leisure time and how that fits into your goals. But I think I was just under 5,000 steps on Saturday. Actually, I think I was like right at like 4,800 or 900. So definitely didn't hit the mark yesterday, but I did do my language lessons like I said I would. And had a really good day for the most part. Lots of like snuggling and stuff. So really can't complain about any of it, to be quite honest with you. I've definitely realized that like Saturday morning is something I need to capitalize on kind of before all the socializing gets started. Especially as like I continue to expand and try to take like more workout classes and get more exercise in. So I think that's definitely something that I've realized about my weekend routine is that like I am pretty out and about. I just don't really have any like formal exercise in there. So like as I expanded 2 classes a week, trying to maybe do that. Same thing with the 5,000 steps, maybe trying to get a walk in first thing in the morning on the weekends. But so far for the first week of like rebuilding and reprioritizing everything, I think everything went super well. I hit all my weekly goals. I was able to really prioritize my steps, and I've learned a lot about how I need to change my current routine. So I think in the upcoming week, I'm going to continue to prioritize like those things, but kind of rechange my focus. I feel like I'm getting in a good rhythm with getting 5,000 steps, and a lot of this video is about me hitting 5,000 steps because I didn't realize how much of a stretch goal that was going to be. So I think in the coming weeks, what I'm going to focus on is, while I'm checking YNAB, which is my budgeting app, making sure that I'm sticking to the budget that I've set for myself to kind of expand in the financial area. And then same thing with the kind of more research side of things. Like I've definitely been doing it in like small chunks, and I'm not against that, but I want to make sure that I'm still kind of moving the needle there. So gonna go ironically walk on my walking pad here soon, probably. That way I can get my steps in, because I'm only at 500 for the day, but that's for next week's vlog. So if you see me in this very similar outfit in next week's vlog, it's because it's that day. So see you later.